Okay, so let's take a closer look at the Tascam DR-70D, which funnily enough I will be using with my Canon 70D. So in relation to my fingers, which aren't too chubby, you can see the size of the screen. This is the main dial where you access all the menus, and then you've got wee individual dials for all the different channels, the XLR channels, one there and 3 at the other side. So you've got 3 XLR channels here, your on off button. A closer look at the dials here. So this is your big dial where you access the main menu. Oh, sorry, where you scroll through the menu when you press the menu button. You can get into all the different settings there. This is your main screen where all your levels will come up for your different channels. All 4 of your channels are here. You have a slate button feature that you can put a tone into your signals so that all the different mics, and if you're plugging it directly into your DSLR, get a tone so you can sync it up easily in post. You've got your record button and these various buttons for stop and fast forward and play for when you're listening back to the footage. You can see it's very nicely laid out here, yes, looks smashing, lovely. And probably one of the coolest features of this thing that caught my eye was the fact that it's got this line out to your camera, which basically means you can connect this to the input of your camera where your mic would normally go, and you have all the recordings that you're making through the Tascam going directly into your camera. Now the audio quality isn't going to be as good because of the electronics of your camera, but it's good to have as a backup or as a reference to sync up in post. Here you have a little USB for connecting power packs or connecting it to the computer for firmware updates and taking this stuff off. We port for a remote, headphone port with a volume control, and another XLR. And on the front of the unit here you have your 2 mics, either end, 2 wee mics, which is quite handy. And then you have this thing, which you might just think is the front of the unit, but this is actually where you access your batteries. The batteries are in there, and the SD card is in there, and the micro SD card goes in there. And this battery front thing's a total mess. It's not the most well built thing. It feels as if it's going to snap off. It functions as whatever it functions as. And then on the top of the DR-70D here we have a little threaded screw mount that allows you to screw it onto the underside of your camera or other rig thing, whatever the way you're going to set it up. Then if we turn the unit upside down, you'll see that there's a wee hole here where I've got my Manfrotto 500 plate screwed on to the underside. The underside has this kind of weird rubbery thing going on. It's interesting. And just a wee quick mention of these wee bits that I didn't mention the first time round. There's got wee red bars either end that you can slip a wee belt pack in or stick it in an external bag of some kind if you've got a sound guy with you. So first impressions of the unit is that it is fairly well built, but the big test is how good are the preamps, how good is the signal going into it, how good is it to sync up to DSLR, yada yada yada. So now I'm going to set my Canon 70D on top and plug in my Rode NTG1 on a boom pole above my head, and we'll see what the sound quality is like. Yeah, mince pie.